Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Saturday, 3rd of February 2024. This day is celebrated as National Carrot Cake Day, National Golden Retire Award Day, or National Missing Persons Day, ice cream for breakfast. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that United States begins strikes on militias in Iraq and Syria, retailing for Jordan drone attack. The United States strikes also appear to stop short of directly targeting Iran or its Revolutionary Guard Quds force. United States President Joe Biden attends the transfer of the remains of three United States service members killed in the drone attack on the United States military outpost in Jordan at Dover Air Force Base in Dover, Delaware on February 2nd, 2024. Sorry. The United States military launched an air assault on dozens of sites in Iraq and Syria used by Iranian-backed militias on February 2nd in the opening salvo of retaliation for drone strike that killed three United States troops in Jordan, officials told the Associated Press. President Joe Biden and other top United States leaders have been warning for days that the United States would strike back at the militias, and they have made it clear that it would not be just one hit, but would be a tired response over time. The official spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss military operations not yet made public. The Hindu newspaper also states that dam project across a Mekong river in Laos raises fears. Landlocked Laos does not have the famous beach of its neighbors to attract tourists, but instead relies on the pristine beauty of its mountains and rivers and historical sites to bring in visitors. Once complete, the project is expected to displace more than 500 families and impact 20 villages. New threat workers are seen at the construction site of Luang Prabang Dam in Luang Prabang. The Crown Jewel is Luang Prabang, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where legend has it that Buddha once rested during his travels. It brings all the elements together with its mix of historical Laotian and French colonial architecture on a peninsula at the confluence of the Mekong and the Nam Khan rivers. But a multi-billion-dollar dam project underway 25 kilometers upstream has prompted concerns that it could result in the city losing its UNESCO status and border questions about what the government's ambitious plans to build multiple dams across the Mekong will do to the river, the lifeblood of the Southeast Asia. The Hindu newspaper also states that doubt Congress will get even 40 seats in Lok Sabha polls, says Mamata Banerjee. Trinamool Congress Supremo and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Friday challenged the Congress to take on the BJP in the Hindi heartland states, even as she expressed doubt in its ability to secure even 40 seats in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. The Chief Minister challenges Congress to defeat the BJP in all the Hindu heartland states. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee remarks followed Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's assertion that discussions on seat sharing with the ruling party were ongoing and the matter would be resolved. The Hindu newspaper also states that center likely to bear 1 lakh crore bill of Prime Minister rooftop solar scheme. 1 crore household will be enabled to obtain up to 300 units of free electricity every month, which would translate to benefits of 15,000 to 18,000 annually. To implement the Pradhan Mantri Suryodaya Yojana, public sector units of the power ministry, such as the NTPC, will be charged with identifying households that consume less than 300 units per month. As part of the renewed thrust to increase adoption of the household rooftop solar systems (HRTS) via Pradhan Mantri Suryodaya Yojana, the center will effectively bear the entire cost of the setting up such systems for households that consume less than 300 units of electricity per month. This could potentially cost at least rupees 1 lakh crore, and in the departure from the existing approach to HRTS, it will see central government companies as opposed to the current setup of individual state-run power distribution companies taking on the responsibility of powering beneficiary households. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that India moving fast, set to become third largest economy in the third term Prime Minister. The expo has an extensive display of technologies and solutions in the commercial vehicle space. However, in comparison, the passenger vehicle and the two-wheeler segment had few launches. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday said India is moving fast and will become the world's third largest economy in the title term of his government. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Minister Piyush Goyal, and the TVS Motor Managing Director Sudarshan Venu at Bharat Mobility Global Expo 2024 at the Bharat Mandapam on Friday. We are honored and energized by the Prime Minister's interest in our company's roadmap. Thanks to the Prime Minister's leadership and the supportive policy environment, India has become the hotbed for innovation and global manufacturing base. And Venu Express said Venu Express. Indian Express also states that the Kono question for cheetah cubs the wild awaits, but are they ready? The recent arrival of 7 new cubs in Kono National Park is a high for India's cheetah program. The Indian Express travels to the park, where the excitement over the newborn is tinged with nervous anticipation of what lies ahead for the cubs, the first challenge surviving the harsh summer months. The Kono monitoring staff during an assignment. Indian Express also states that Gyanvapi Row Muslims outfit questions Harishon in initiating puja to approach president. The district judge decision is highly questionable, especially when it was the judge's last day in the office. Equally concerning is the unilateral disclosure of the Archaeological Survey of India report causing a turmoil in society. Importantly, this report is merely a claim, the leaders said in a joint statement. Leaders of Muslim bodies, including All India Muslim Personal Law Board and Jamiatul Ulama Hind, on a Friday expressed regret and concern over the abrupt initiation of puja in the cellar of Gyanvapi Mosque in Varanasi. Security personnel conducted a flag march during the B&H called by the Mosque Committee in Varanasi Friday. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that western disturbances have decreased the temperatures, not rain deficit. About walks on the snow-covered hills road after fresh snowfall in the outskirts of Srinagar on Friday. Although peninsular India received some rain in early January, most of India was very dry this year, at least until last week. Since the last week of the January, western disturbance storms originating in the Mediterranean region that led to the rain in India have helped bring rain and snow to the northwestern India. This has helped reduce the deficit in snow and rain this year, but those deficits are still large, and sometimes analysis shows where the snowfall has however helped is in reducing temperatures in India's mountains in the north. Here are the 4 charts that show this. Sorry about that. Hindustan Times also says that center to sell subsidized rice under Bharat brand. The union government will sell packaged subsidized rice for the general public under its Bharat brand of commodities from next week, even as all traders dealing in the cereal have been asked to declare stocks of the staple held by them in a fresh steps to tame high cereal inflation, an official said on Friday. Sometimes also says that Champai Soren sworn in as Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant in 5-day custody. Champai Soren became the 7th person to take the oath as Jharkhand's Chief Minister on Friday, resolving for now the instability rolling the state after the dramatic arrest of his predecessor Hemant Soren over the money laundering allegations 2 days ago. JMM leader Champai Soren takes oath as the Jharkhand Chief Minister in Ranchi on Friday. From the budget point of view, Budget 2024, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the Interim Union budget for 2024-25, followed Budget 2024 live updates. While the final budget will only come once a new government is in place after the national elections, this interim budget will indicate the government's assessment of India's economy and the contours of its physical position. Being her sixth budget presentation, including 5 annual and 1 interim budget, Sitharaman will equal former Prime Minister Morarji Desai's record for presenting a maximum number of budgets. Marking the final annual financial statement of the Narendra Modi state government's second term, Sitharaman initiated the final stage of the preparations for the Interim Union Budget 2024 on January 24 at the traditional pre-budget halwa ceremony, creating a lock-in period for officials involved in the budget preparation to maintain confidentially until it is tabled in the Lok Sabha. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, rupees 8,897 crore of rupees 2,000 notes yet to return to the Reserve Bank of India. As much as 97.50% of the rupees 2,000 banknotes in circulation as on May 19, 2023 has since been returned, the release said, adding that these notes continue to remain legal tender. The Reserve Bank of India on Friday said rupees 8,897 crore of rupees 2,000 banknotes which were withdrawn from circulation from May last year are yet to be returned to the banking system. The facility for the exchange of the rupees 2,000 banknotes is available at the 19 issue offices of the Reserve Bank of India. These offices are situated in major cities including Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Bhopal, Bhubaneswar, Mumbai and New Delhi. Day after budget, Sensex jumps 1,444 points intraday. Paris gains. Information technology, power and metal stocks led the bull rally on heavy buying. Shares of Reliance Industries 2.18% and Infosys gained 2.26%. The Sensex had fallen by 107 points on Thursday. Now that the two big events, Interim Budget and the United States Fed meet, are behind, the markets is likely to consolidate, analysts said. Coal India fuel supply to thermal power plants rises by 5% in April-January. CIL's increased the supplies, forming the bulk ensured stock at domestic coal-based power plants, hitting an all-time high of 36.2 MT in January, eclipsing the previous high of 34.5 MT recorded 4 years ago the same month. State-owned Coal India Limited (CIL) on Friday said that it supplied 509 million tons of coal to thermal power plants in April-January period of this fiscal, registering a rise of 4.7%. Coal India supplied 486 million tons MT of dry fuel to coal-fired power plants in the year-ago period, staying ahead of the projected demand. Since the beginning of the fiscal, CIL's supplies to coal-fired plants raised to 509 MT till January, the PSU said in a statement. CIL's increased supplies, forming the bulk ensured stock at the domestic coal-based power plants, hitting an all-time high of 36.2 MT in January, eclipsing the previous high of 34.5 MT recorded 4 years ago the same month. Each rake corresponds to around 4,000 tons of coal loading at power plants, on an average shot up to 288.4 rakes per day. During the referred month, up by 10 rakes compared to 278.5 rakes in December 2023, which was the previous record for any month. Increasing the pace to reach the 780 MT coal production target of financial year 24, CIL in April-January period produced 610.3 MT of coal, registering a growth of 10.8%. CIL accounts for over 80% of domestic coal output. Going towards the world news, including United States hits hard at militias in Iraq and Syria, retaliating for a fatal drone attack. Climate activist Greta Thunberg acquitted after London protester trial. World Court says it will hear a part of Russia-Ukraine genocide case. Watch UPI formally launched at the iconic Eiffel Tower in France. Nepal Supreme Court issues show chaos notice over the government's power trade deal with the India. Multiple propane tanks explode after a fire breaks out at the largest Gurdwara in California. Going towards the science and technology, the moon as shrinkage is causing moonquakes and faults around the Chandrayaan 3 landing site. The moon's shrinkage is causing moonquakes near the south pole of the moon in the vicinity of Chandrayaan 3 landing site. A new study has presented evidence that the moon's interior gradually cools and shrinks. It is causing moonquakes and faults. Mosaic image of the Wichat cluster of lobate scraps pointing arrows near the lunar south pole. Possible seeds of life in asteroid Ryugu samples brought to Earth. Analysis of the samples from the asteroid Ryugu suggested the presence of what could possibly be the seed of life. The asteroid Ryugu captured from a distance of about 20 kilometers away. Horoscope today, astrological prediction for February 3rd, 2024. All zodiac signs have their own characteristics and traits which define someone's personality. Would not it be helpful if you started your day by already knowing about what is going on to come your way? Read on to find out whether the odds will be in your favor today. Arise March 21, April 20. A job well done can take you places on the career front. Fortune smiles on you on the financial front and add to your wealth. Those feeling under the weather may take some time to recover. Your ideas on the home front may not appeal to suppose and create unnecessary tension. An exciting outing with the friends may not turn out to be so. A property division will be to everyone's satisfaction. Keeping cordial relations with all will help you in making your place on the social front. At last, this is a famous quotation said by Rabindranath Tagore, whose birth anniversary is 7 May 1861 up to 7 August 1941. Was a Bengali polymath who was active as a poet, writer, playwright, composer, philosopher, social reformer, educationist, and a painter. During the age of the Bengal Renaissance, he reshaped the Bengali literature and music as well as the Indian art with the contextual modernism in the late 19th and early 20th century. Author of the profoundly sensitive, fresh, and beautiful poetry of Gitanjali, he became in 1913 the first non-European and the first lyricist to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. Tagore's poetic songs were vivid as spiritual and mercurial, while his elegant prose and magical poetry were widely popular in the Indian subcontinent. He was a fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society, referred to as the Bard of the Bengal. Tagore was known by the sobriquets Gurudev, Kobi Guru, and Biswa Kobi. A Bengali Brahmin from Calcutta with the ancestral gentry roots in the Burdwan district and Jessore. Tagore wrote a poetry as an 8-year-old. At the age of 16, he released his first substantial poems under the pseudonym Banushima Sunline, which were seized upon by literary authorities as long-lost classics. By the 1877, he graduated to his first short stories and dramas published under his real name. As a humanist, universalist, internationalist, and ardent critic of nationalism, he denounced the British Raj and advocated independence from Britain. As an exponent of the Bengal Renaissance, he advanced a vast canon that comprised paintings, sketches, and dawdles, hundreds of texts, and some 2,000 songs. His legacy also endures in his founding of Vishwabharati University. Rabindranath Tagore says a famous quotation. He says that clouds come floating into my life, no longer to carry rain or usher storm, but to add color to my sunset sky. Okay, thank you.